Hello, my dear children of class 10. Hope all of you are doing well. Today, we are going to continue with current electricity chapter, and our topic starts with EMF and internal resistance of a cell. Suppose a cell of EMF E is connected to an external resistance R, and a current I is drawn from the cell. Under such condition, electrolyte inside the cell offers a resistance to the flow of current. The cell means the battery. Alright, the battery is having an electrolyte inside which offers a resistance to allow the flow of current. This resistance is known as the internal resistance of the cell. The connecting wires are considered to have no resistance. So in the circuit there are actually two resistances. Number one, the external resistance that is fitted, and number two, the internal resistance of the cell. So total resistance becomes capital R plus small r. Therefore, the current that is drawn from the cell is equals to I equal to E by R plus R, where E is the EMF of the cell. It comes in voltage. That is, from your Ohm's law, you already know that I equals to V by R. So, I equals to E by total resistance, or equals to I into R plus R, capital R plus small r. Now suppose the voltage drop due to internal resistance small r of the cell is small v equals to IR, and the terminal voltage, that is the original voltage of the cell, is equals to capital V equals to capital I into capital R. So EMF is equals to the internal voltage drop small v plus the terminal voltage capital V, that is small v plus capital V. Here capital V is less than E, so the total EMF of the cell does not appear in the external potential difference. Some portion of E remains lost. Which is the lost portion? The portion which is lost in the voltage drop inside the cell, small v. This is known as internal potential drop or lost volt. So we can write EMF of a cell is equals to terminal voltage of the cell, that is capital V, plus lost volt, that is small v. In an open circuit, when no current flows in the circuit, I equals to 0, I into small r is equals to small v, that is also equals to 0. So E equals to V plus IR, small r. In that case, since IR term is 0, so E equals to V. That is, EMF of a cell in an open circuit is equals to terminal voltage of the cell. Because of it, EMF is called the open circuit voltage of a cell. Next, if capital R equals to 0, then capital V equals to 0. So E equals to I into small r equals to small v. That is, EMF is just the work done inside a cell by non-electrical agency in moving a unit positive charge from the negative terminal to the positive terminal of the cell. In that case, since there is no external resistance, so we will only consider the internal resistance, that is the resistance that is given inside the cell. The value of EMF is higher than the terminal voltage. Electric current drawn from a cell not only depends on its EMF but also on the internal resistance. Lower the value of capital I into small r, that is, lower the value of the voltage drop, higher is the current drawn from the cell. Next, we are having very important two factors, resistivity and conductivity. The factors affecting resistance of a conductor are nature, length, area of cross section, and temperature of the conductor. Temperature and nature remaining the same, the resistance of a wire is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. That is, when temperature and nature of a conductor remain same, resistance varies as length. That is, when length of the conductor increases, resistance of the conductor also increases. And resistance is inversely proportional to the cross section of the conductor. That is, R varies as 1 by A. So if I combine these two, then I am going to get R varies as L by A. Now I am removing this varies as sign and am I introducing a constant rho. So R equals to rho into L by A. This rho is called the resistivity or specific resistance of the matter of the wire. In the equation R equals to rho L by A, if L equals to 1 and A equals to 1, then R equals to rho. Thus, resistivity of the material of a wire is the resistance of the wire of unit length and unit area of cross section at a constant temperature. So, this is resistivity. I hope you have understood. Now, we come to SI unit of resistivity. Now, from the relation R equals to rho L by A, we have rho equals to R into A by L. So, unit of rho is unit of R into unit of A by unit of L. So, unit of R is ohm, unit of A, that is area, is meter square, and length is meter. So, meter squares cancels. You have left with ohm into meter, that is ohm meter. So, this is the SI unit of resistivity, ohm meter. Now, the resistivity of copper equal to 1.62 into 10 to the power minus 6 ohm centimeter. This statement means that a cube made up of copper having length, breadth and height each equal to 1 centimeter has a resistance of 1.62 into 10 to the power minus 6 ohm between its two opposite faces. So I hope you have understood, children, this much. We will continue with the remaining part of the chapter in our next class. Please learn as much as we have completed in current electricity, because each point is related to the next part, whatever we are learning. In our next class, we are going to learn about conductivity and also how resistance of a wire is related to radius and diameter when the radius and diameter is doubled or half, and we will proceed with the remaining part of the chapter. Till then, stay safe at home. Thank you, class.